Around 6:30 on Sunday morning on Wye Island at the Granary Creek boat launch. And you can see behind me a boat or two anchored in this little cove. So I'll try to be quiet, sneak out past them. There are quite a few boats that are anchored in this little cove. It's a beautiful spot. Not sure anyone's up yet, so it should be pretty quiet. I just saw 2 bald eagles, so it's already been a successful trip from a wildlife viewing standpoint. There's a bird up there, but we are leaving the Granary Creek, and this is the larger channel that goes around Wye Island. I'm not even sure if it's called Wye River or something else on this side. I'm hoping to go about 3 miles an hour. I've only paddled 5 miles total this summer, so that's not like the longest paddle, that's like total. So we'll see if I can make it. I think I will. I'll just go slow and easy and enjoy the scenery. I saw 2 bald eagles kind of chasing each other a couple minutes ago, so that was pretty cool. And couldn't be a nicer day. 80 degrees and humid, but it doesn't feel humid. I'll check in. There's the sun rising behind me. Just a beautiful morning. Lots and lots of boats out. Plenty of people crabbing. And there's a nice little collection of sailboats there anchoring. And then this is ahead of me. So must be heading west. Mostly west, working my way around clockwise. So it's going to be a slow slog, but I'm feeling really good and just happy to be out here today. I'm getting close to the southwestern part of the island, and a couple pretty boats anchored here. And then if you look across the way here on the other side of the river, there's a whole bunch of sailboats. It's quite a bunch. Obviously a popular anchorage. And then I'm headed down this way. I think that's the tip of the island, straight ahead, near that green boat. So that's where I'm headed, and then I'll hang a right. And yeah, it's going well so far. Just wanted to give a sense of the shoreline here at the western end of the island. So I think I'm about ready to round the point, and then we'll head northeast. Still gorgeous. Lots of boats out, a lot of people crabbing, but it's still very peaceful. Behind me I just saw a third bald eagle today. It was just taking off from the tree. It's funny, I was joking with my wife earlier this weekend how I'm not sure I'd recognize a bald eagle if I saw one from a distance, but it's been real obvious when you're close enough to them. You don't have to use your imagination. Anyway, it's been a good morning so far. Getting ready to turn the corner. This is the southwestern tip of Wye Island, and then heading northeast from here and making good time. I've been waiting to get to this spot. I know this spot well from the land, but it's the first time I've ever approached from the water. It's a little beach at the ferry trail, I think it's called. Anyway, I'm gonna go in, have a little break, making decent time, taking it easy and just taking in the sights. And at times it's peaceful when you get away from the water vim. Someone made a little art project right here. It's very pretty. And of course you get the discarded can behind it. I'll go ahead and pick that up. The, let's see, you got stuff in it, nasty. Here's the view out towards the water, looking across the river to the more populated area. Walmart special dry bag. Let's see if it worked. I didn't use this really much at all. I brought some water and then had a little snack, and I forgot all kinds of stuff. I brought a charging cable and my GoPro, but I really haven't mounted it yet, and I'm just not quite sure. I was in a rush to do that this morning. And then I forgot my battery to recharge my phone if I needed it. So, and I forgot my GPS watch, which I charged last night, but I haven't been wearing it for a long time. So, not a great execution on my part for the electronics. I started to record my journey on the phone, and then I stopped because I didn't know if I'd have enough battery. 8:15, I just had a brief break. I was gonna stay a bit longer, but I've got a crabber behind me who is rocking out to some AC/DC, who I like as much as the next guy that doesn't particularly like AC/DC but doesn't dislike them. But I didn't really want to hear it at 8:15 in the morning when I was trying to relax. So heading back on the water trail, making good time. I'm guessing I'm a third of the way through. And if there's current, there's not much of it. It looks like maybe starting to head out a little bit, so I may be working against it, but it's nothing too significant, and I haven't felt it pushing me or holding me back either yet so far. So, enjoying the day. I'll check back in later. Here we are at the northern part of the island, the bridge that connects Wye Island to the mainland. And yeah, it's peaceful here. A lot of folks out crabbing today, trout lining. They're catching a little bit, but not much. And it doesn't look very big from what I can tell from a distance. But it was busy. It's getting a little calmer up here. Not nearly as many boats. Of course, the water's a little skinnier, and you got this bridge to deal with. So, having a good time, making pretty good progress, enjoying it all, taking my time. Might stop for another break if I can find a good spot on land. Here we are at rest stop number 2. Found a nice shaded beach, just enough sand to sit on, and a couple little boats went by. That's why there's some wake. There's my paddleboard, and there's a little beach. And you can see some pokeweed, which looks a lot more at home here than it does all over my backyard. And yeah, so I might be about 2/3 of the way in. If I'm lucky, maybe 3/4 of the way in. Still feeling good. Took a second rest stop. And then I've got a little bit further to go east and then southeast. And then it turns the corner and then it zigzags a little bit meanderingly back to the start west of there. So yeah, it's been a great morning, enjoying it a lot. Starting to get a little tired, feeling my lack of fitness, but loving every look at the little beach before I shove off. Definitely a great break spot. All right, here we go. Looks like I saved the best for last. Now I got a headwind and a pretty strong current actually pushing me backwards right now when I stop to film. So this will be good. Home stretch. Got one more cove to pass, and then I'm at the entrance to the cove I launched from. I'm just about all the way around full circle. Just need to duck into the creek and get back to the boat launch. I'm guessing that's the conference center that you can rent out for events. Looks really pretty. Nice spot to put a lounge chair and look out over the water and just relax. And then we're heading back up to where I launched just after 11, so about 4.5 hours, give or take a little. Pretty much met my 3-mile-an-hour goal, and that included stops, so not too bad. And here I am coming back to the boat ramp. Looks like there's one other car up there. Not many folks. I came here so I didn't have to deal with the power boat ramp down at wherever it is. Wye Landing, I think it's called. And we're arriving back at the boat launch. Looks like a couple dinghies came ashore to go exploring. Hopefully I can squeak by them. All packed up, and somehow I made it. 13 plus miles, circumnavigation of Wye Island. Yeah, it was good. If you've been waiting to take on a challenge you've been telling yourself you wanted to do for a while, it's a perfect time to do it, especially if it's a socially isolated one. So glad I did it. I think I'll be feeling a little stiff tomorrow, but I already look forward to doing it again.